back to my video. So today I'm gonna show you how I opened the shop. So I actually came early that time, like an hour early, so I actually had time to show you guys. And this is gonna be a long voiceover. So yes, what am I doing right now? I'm doing a juggler, and there was actually someone who wants to come in, so I was like saying no, we open at 8. And that's the juggler. So we have bladders of milk, full cream and skinny, and this is what we do in the morning. So we open the juggler. I actually was gonna do this first because this is most important thing, which is like dialing in espresso. So that's the house blend that I'm doing right now. And usually I just follow the recipe from the day before and see how it fits the taste, if it needs any adjustment. And most of the times they're pretty good. So for house blend, I would just go for it and see how it looks like. So right now I'm just change the setting of the grinders. So I'm changing the stop and go options to off because my head barista actually doesn't like it. So we're just gonna change both grinders settings. Usually we want to run through a couple of shots of each rib head just to make sure that we don't have any chemical left from last night. Most likely the time of the shots are different and you can't really see from the shots, but it can be a starting point on how to adjust our grinders later. A good espresso is definitely not defined by the time of the shot, but in this case I have a time frame that I want to achieve. And then I'm adjusting the grinder based on the time that I have before. Sometimes you need to tighten it or make it coarser, and then we pull some more shots. So for house blend, you're gonna have to taste it with milk because that's what you're gonna serve to the customer. So that you're using it for milk, and I'm smelling the espresso because you can actually know if the espresso is under extracted or over extracted from the smell of it. And yeah, I'm looking at the other shots to see if the times are good. And here we go. I think I'm pulling another shot to see how it looks like. And I try to always clean my portafilters straight away after I use it. And there's a reason why, and I will tell you later. So I'm pulling another shot. I think that's the final shot. And while waiting, I'm preparing for my alternative milks. We have soy, almond, and oat. And let's check back to our espresso. 28 seconds, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm gonna grab a spoon and actually stir it. Look at the crema. And don't forget to stir espressos because that's how you get balanced flavor out of it. And I was tasting it out of that little, what do you call it, little container, which I was gonna wash. So don't worry about that. Hygiene's first. And then I was asking if the chef wanted some coffee. He's gonna have some soy latte. And that ceramic cup is for me. I'm gonna have a cappuccino to try my house blend with milk today. And because in the morning sometimes our hands are cold, it's fall, it's almost winter here, so I usually just use a thermometer to adjust my hands in the morning to see if it's actually, you know, appropriate. And I'm gonna use it for my milk. So usually for alternative milk, the soy latte that I'm preparing for this one, aim for 55 degrees Celsius because if you do more, they're gonna burn. And then for regular milk, such as mine right now, aiming for like 60 to 65. The 70 is considered hot. let's try our first coffee of the day. I don't usually finish the coffee, it's such a shame, but milk early in the morning is not a good idea. And I'm also dialing in the single origin. I don't use it with milk, obviously, so just gonna taste the espresso. And I'm preparing for my chucks. We are reusing chucks for 2 days usually, because you can put it through the machine, through the dishwashing machine, and use it again. It's about being sustainable. So this is the reason why you should clean your portafilters straight away after you pull a shot. It's because if you see, there are little holes right there, and if you don't clean it straight away, you might actually block the holes and making your shot a bit weird. And this is what I usually do for cleaning, usually every 1 hour or 2 hours depending on coffee that I'm making throughout the day. And if you see that's like yucky, it's not really yucky right now because it's early in the morning, but by the end of the day or like in the middle of the day, it'll be very yucky. So I usually run hot water and just sort of clean them. And you don't need to wash it with whatever chemical or like soap. If you don't clean your portafilters frequently throughout the day, your espresso might taste a bit muddy. And look how they are right now. Like it's clean, it's ready to serve more espresso for people. And just put them back together and put it on the drip head and you're done. And just a little tip for you guys, so when you're leaving the cafe after you finish your shift, just make sure that you don't pull your portafilter all the way through. Just do it like the one on the right side, just make it a bit loose, just because the heat of the espresso machine overnight is gonna tighten up your portafilters, and then it's gonna be hard for you to loosen it up in the morning. So let's see where I keep my chucks. So the first one is on my drip tray, which is right there to catch all the water and just to dry the drip tray. Second one is down there, that's to put your portafilter so it doesn't have coffee grinds all over the spouts, so it protects the spouts and your coffee won't have any coffee grind in it. That's the second one. The third one is of course first steam wand. That's a clean one, so I put it on a little saucer, and then don't forget to wipe really clean. And what do I have? The fourth one of course for the benches, because there'll be like milks all over usually. The fifth one is for the back bar. They're usually very clean. And that's a setup. That's my scale, grinders. We have a brush to brush off all the coffee grinds on the grinders or like on the benches. And then that's the puck press. That's not a puck press, that's an auto press. And that's the blind portafilter to clean your drip heads. And that's a little thing to brush off the drip heads, and a little mini containers, I don't know, just to catch the shots. And then that's a spoon just to stir espressos, no milk, just espresso with clean water every time. And that's where you put your dockets, and that's the jugglers. Moving on, if it's almost opening time, I'm preparing for my batch brew. So I'm putting hot water in the carafe just to heat up the carafe a little bit so the coffee won't actually get cold. Well, not cold, but the temperature might drop. And don't forget to scale to weigh your coffee beans. Our ratio is usually 1 part coffee to 16 parts of water. And then I'm gonna run through some coffee beans on the EK to get rid of the excess of beans, whatever beans that might have been left in there, and prepare it for my filter beans. don't forget to wait again and see if it's actually match the number that you want to have. And then that's the container for our coffee. Don't forget to wet it with hot water to get rid of the paper taste. After that, I usually even out all the lines of the paper filter just to make sure everything is even. And then that's my coffee beans. Even them out, just shake it a little bit. The next step will be emptying the carafe. Let's put it on top and turn it on. Look at the green light. If it lights up, it means it's on. After 2 minutes, you have to agitate the coffee by using that wooden stick. That's me after doing it. And finally, you're ready to enjoy your coffee, your delicious batch brew. That was really fake. And by the way, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!